That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, of course, you like that is the podcast, the original Drama-cast. Top of the morning, here with Jeannie. What's going on?
What is up?
What's up? We got a all across the board show. I did cut a couple things, but they're probably gonna get it. I do want to look into the CPS stuff with Ethan slightly, as much as I can say. I'm not doing a deep dive or anything. I don't give a shit that much, but I'm kind of interested for my own thing. Also, Ricky sent me something of himself just before we went on the air. Let's check it out.
Right. Oh no!
For 2 goddamn weeks, I've been trying to get a win on Fortnite. But you, the internet, has stopped me!
Alexa, turn off my TV.
No! Alexa, stop!
Okay.
Stop! Turn on the TV! Turn on the TV! Turn on the TV! Well, I had enough! For 2 goddamn weeks, you tried to break me! And break me! And break me!
It's like fucking 3 TVs, for fuck's sake.
Ah! But not anymore! No super chat's gonna stop me! Wow, a super chat! Super chat! Super chat! Super chat! No TV's gonna stop me!
Alexa, turn off TV. Alexa, play SFTP.
How many Chinese did he toast?
Most of all, you won't stop me! You think you can break me, internet? Well, guess what? This week, I break you! This March Break Marathon! Ah!
8 p.m. Ricky won't stop streaming until 50 wins? 50?
Oh, he's a psychopath. Bro.
I don't think I could get 50 wins in 24 hours. I better get 10. Maybe he's really good. He's actually pretty good at video games. I played H1Z with him years ago, but I don't see him doing that. All right, good work, Ricky. Good luck. That's not gonna write him. He just said, "Good luck, Chuck." That's pretty cool. So I guess I give Ricky free. I give him some free advertisement. I thought it was. I had no idea what it was. Like, not a clue. So it wasn't like I'm not getting paid for it or anything. I just thought, oh, Ricky sent me something. This looks pretty wild. So I'll do it. Let's get back into it. So yeah, I got a lot of drama crap from across the board, but this is the big one right now. Oh, and the chat's up. 50's crazy, right? 50's nuts. By 50, that's 24. That's more than that's 1.7 an hour, right? Huh? You're not the big man.
I'm trying to think.
No.
Well, if each match takes, I would say if each match takes 20 to 30 minutes, you could get, and if you win every one, it would be like 2 to 3 an hour. But I'd say it would be more on the 30-minute timeline. So it's like 2 every hour.
Do you think he's got some pro playing for him, and then would you put it past him?
Oh, that would be great.
It'd be funny. And he imagine. All right, I can see a scenario. Did he get some pro to play for him? It's just a big joke, like any Kaufman thing. But because he advertised it the way he did, people actually get legitimately mad at him for that shit. He cheated. Oh, yeah. That's not true. Like, who was it? The one that played for Sniper Wolf? Her ex-husband.
Sausage?
Sausage, yeah. Like, he gets a sausage situation, and it totally blows up, and like people get actually legitimately, stupidly angry, as they tend to do in the internet. You know, like, Elon Musk cheated in video games. Like, yeah, well, I mean, I guess. I watched the Carl Jobs video too. I liked it. 50 with those claws. Yeah, I've played first person shooters with him, mouse keyboard. He's not that bad. It's been years, but he could play. He's not a pro gamer by any stretch, but he wasn't.
He ain't no Deller.
He wasn't incompetent. You know. Oh, speaking of, we got to get him on before we check out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I did promise you that. I will get in touch with him. I promise you.
I know.
I'm good.
I know.
Am I allowed to tell everybody you're totally head over heels in love with Deller?
Yeah. Everybody knows.
Is your boyfriend know?
Oh yeah, I show him his videos all the time.
Oh, I'm sure that makes him happy.
Knows.
It's like that guy.
No, he giggles at it.
Oh, he does.
Because the thing is,
yeah, but what happens when you're talking to him? I think I can get him on.
I know. Well, he knows. I've told him. I've already he knows about Ben coming on. But the thing is, he gets a kick out of it because he is very similar to Deller in the fact of how he rages at video games.
Okay, that's interesting. All right. South Korea.
Yeah,
all right,
he's broken a couple of mice and has punched his monitor at least 3 times.
Deller scares me or something. One of the things I like about that, whenever I call Deller, doesn't matter what, and I have a very good relationship with him, right? We're not tight or close friends or anything, but I can call him and say, hey, what's up? But no matter what the situation, when I call him, it's, what do you want? Now, he doesn't say that, but he says hello in a what do you want type of way. And
hello?
Hey, buddy. Yeah, it's one of those. Like, hey, I just want to check what you're doing. And he's like, oh, my God, he just actually wants to check what I'm doing, and because most people just want something from him and he's just sick of it.
Yeah,
that's just the way it goes. But I like Deller. I have no problem with that guy. He's pretty
Deller,
good.
#1 fan.
Deller
love him.
He works in his pajamas.
I know, it's crazy.
Got a nice new house. We were talking about that. In fact, moving. We were talking about moving like over the summer. I remember that. Yeah. All right. I'm not super familiar with Johnny Somali. I know he's kind of an agitator. And
he's a pirate.
We read this article before. I don't know if it's this one. And then it's unclear about Johnny Somali's ethnicity. He said his mother was Ethiopian and his father was Somalian. He also was claimed to be a pirate. I was like, you sure?
And a child soldier.
Yeah, and a child soldier. Like, don't you think that he might have been joking? Johnny Somali, American influencer, infamous for disruption, offensive addicts, pleaded guilty to, and this is new, this is like the last couple hours, pleaded guilty to obstruction, a minor offense in South Korea. Finally, months of controversy surrounded his live stream harassment of locals. Somali, whose real name is Ramzi Ismail, arrived late and hungover to his court hearing.
Yep.
He's a hard guy for me not to like. In Seoul.
I can't remember if he was puking. I think he was puking before the court case.
That's
too.
So funny.
But yeah.
The YouTuber reportedly gone live streaming platform and Partey, I don't know, I can't say it right, the night before, boasting about a supposed deal to broadcast a trial promising a, quote, redemption arc. However, hours later, seen drinking heavily and vomiting in his friend's apartment. The court granted a continuance on one of the charges, and Somali was set to return for a hearing in the coming weeks. Somali's built a notorious reputation for live streaming and disruptive behavior across Asia, including racist taunts, harassment, and trespassing. The thing that gets me, I mean, he's obviously American. I don't know how things roll in South Korea. All right, I don't know how things roll. Somebody was telling me when I was doing a kick stream before, that the Yakuza was looking for him. Is there any truth to that?
Didn't Verse bring that up?
If that's true, I mean, those guys would kill you rather than take an insult. That's insane to me. I mean, this is not a situation where you get slapped in the wrist. This looks semi-serious. And he's just, that's just delusional cycle. But he's the black Jack Doherty. Although he's a little funnier with coming drunk to court. Despite repeated bans of streaming platforms, Somali has continued to evade restrictions by creating new accounts, using controversy to fill his online presence and attract donations. So he's utterly insane. It's like, This is what happened if Salvo ever made it. Public sentiment in South Korea remains overwhelmingly against him, with many calling for strict legal consequences to teach similar behavior in the future. I'm hearing he's looking at 10 years in prison. Who am I hearing from? I don't know, this fucking guy. Legal mindset, who I don't much. And apparently he's in Korea with a Tuzi, who I used to know. But he was close friends with Chud. He's a commentator, but he's one of those kind of...
You mean Chubbs?
Chubbs, yeah. Chuds. Put Chubbs, yeah, that's his name. Yeah, and I remember he's kind of... he's half Norwegian, half an American commentator, but he's like one of those guys like from that whole Cabos, I Am Alex, Chubbs era that kind of stayed there. He did, because I guess he was an annoying Brit. South Korea might want to make an example of him for future streamers. Yeah, well, I don't know. Let's see what this guy says.
So let's get into the presentation. I'm just going to go through it, and then I'll hit everything. Now, a lot of people are getting this confused today, so I want to make sure I'm very accurate for you guys, because this is confusing. So if you are confused about what went down...
I'm confused already. You're absolutely right.
What happened, pay very close attention to what I'm going to say today.
Okay.
Because this is very, very... The details and the procedure is important. And what is going to screw Johnny is that he has no idea about the procedure. We're going to explain it today on this stream, because he's been talking all sort of smack like he knows what's going to happen. In fact, this is a great one. I'm going to play this clip. He said he was going to go to court and plead.
Legal mindset got popular as one of Ricardo's law tubers covering the Rittenhouse trial. Yeah, I seem to remember him now.
Insanity. I'm not making this up. Let me pull this up here real quick. Right? Yeah. So he said he was going to go. Look at this. This is from his drunk stream. He said he was going to make a plea of insanity. Let's watch this.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm mentally ill."
By the way, he was drunk, and I believe he made a comment that he might have been high/on pills. So this is, by the way, all this is going to be saved. I have all of this. It's going to the prosecution. Don't worry, guys.
I don't know what's going on. I have a bipolar disorder, and what may I do? I left my medication in America. I don't know what's happening.
I mean, is this real? Does he really like saying he's going to fake plead insanity is not going to end up with a prosecutor?
Well, he's drunk right now, so, and he's allegedly high on pills.
Content king. He's full of content. That's amazing.
Your Honor, please help me. I am a psychopath. I plead mentally insane. And they say, okay, go home with a fine of $500.
Is he serious? I guess he's got to be.
He had it all planned out.
God. Was he going to piss a lot of people off if he gets off? I mean, he's pissed off half of Korea. He's probably all right if he doesn't go to jail or do something.
What is this going to say?
Well, I think I'm that ninja he was talking about, because he
Optimus says he's the captain now.
It was just like he was pretty much coping and seething and targeting me his whole stream last night. What I'm going to say is that didn't happen, Johnny. You're stuck here. You don't even have your next trial date to even plead guilty or whatever the hell else you want to do. You don't even have that for another month. And then it's going to be way longer until this trial is over, even if you plead guilty. Oh, it was so good. It was so good to see him just absolutely get smacked in the face, realizing he knew nothing. That's what you get when you get law advice from Hank. Let's get into the recap.
I wonder who Hank is.
And I'm going to start from the beginning of my PowerPoint.
Oh, is somebody telling him he's good? That's
probably
funny.
Somebody was probably like gassing him up.
Tyson was right. There's too many people uncomfortable not getting punched in the mouth because of the internet. Yeah, maybe. Hank is Johnny's Korean gay lover he lives with. Well, good for him.
So he was 1 hour late. He lied to his lawyer. He said he was going to get there in 15 to 20 minutes. He took an hour. He also said he had a stomach ache. And when he showed up, he was clearly intoxicated, and or you know,
the Irish,
hung over something. And what I have a little hypothesis that perhaps his lawyer saw him or heard him and was like, "Yo, you need to sober up." You know, that's a little hypothesis. He was not looking good. He was not looking good at all. So 1 hour late, and of course, he comes in. Let me skip the MAGA hat for now. It's Johnny and Hank forever. Okay, so they're together.
Oh, by the way, before we go any further, let's put a goal out there for y'all. Make it really, really easy. 5 hour. Actually, go. I'll go 2, but yeah, I'll go 2. Screw it. And let's see, 5. We'll go 10. How about that? 10. Let's do it. I saw Nick and he just writes A like that. That's fucking terrible. And people just give it to him. This is the funniest thing ever. Thank you. All right, here we go.
And you could have sworn they were so close together, Johnny and Hank, that you could have sworn they were holding hands. I mean, really, there's an attachment going between those two. Now, mind you, it has been confirmed they live together. And one little surprise of the proceedings, which I didn't mention, I wanted to get a laugh. I didn't mention this.
You know what I need next? We need agent. We absolutely need agent. Like, how long has he been living over there? Because I don't have a lot of background on this guy. He's one of these people I'm just not interested in for the most part. But I am now if he's going to do time.
Well, Kite also sent me a video of Johnny Somali versus Korea. Every knockdown in Korea so far. So he could.
All right, tell him to send it. Is it something I can play? Take my money home. I never quit.
I believe so. I trusted Kite on this one. It's a YouTube video.
Let me see. Yeah, fire that to me. Kite just sent it to me. All right, let me get an idea. I guess we're doing some studying.
So what do you want to talk about? Swing or not? Like, nigga gonna come up to me, bro, why you being racist to other people in other countries? For money. For clout.
I can see why people like him. Oh, boy. You win till you lose, as Dead on Dave says.
I've said it many times. I don't give a fuck. I have no morals. I'm a fucking sociopath. I don't give a fuck. Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a fuck.
Our Korean niggas is weak as
Swing on that nigga right now. I was waiting for him to swing on Johnny. I was waiting, bro. I was waiting for him to
We're ready. Reddit, Twitter, come.
I wanted to stop when
Hank is here tonight. We're not scared.
Go to Johnny's stream. We're gonna have swing high, swing low. Swing high, swing low. Where you at?
Oh, man. So we got smacked. Huh?
So I was waiting for the right.
Whoa!
Shut up! Shut up!
What's up?
I want to swing high, swing low.
Damn.
I want to swing high, swing low.
I was waiting, bro. I was waiting for the right.
Fuck out of you.
You gonna swing high, swing low.
Swing high, swing low. Where you at?
I want to swing high, swing low.
Swing high, swing low.
Swing or not?
So are these streamers over in South Korea? So are those people just stream sniping him and kicking his ass?
I don't think so. I think he took his phone too.
Oh,
I think he's gotten his phone.
I mean, like, normally I think that's fucked up, but this guy's asking for it. He's walking around with one eye open, one eye closed. They just didn't deport him when this shit happened. Just get the fuck out of our country. Goodbye. Oh, wow.
Our Korean niggas is weak as
대한민국에서 앞으로 저렇게 소말리 같은 애들 진짜 처리할 거니까.
You come to my country, I'll whip your ass. That's what guy said.
앞으로 대한민국에서 지랄하지 마. 알겠지, 소말리?
Okay. Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, wow. So yeah, now this makes sense.
At one point during the trial, they ask you your address in Korean, and Johnny didn't know it. He's like, oh, I live in Songpa, in this area. I don't know where it is because I don't know, I don't know. And then they ask him, well, do you know the apartment number? And he goes, I don't know Korean. And this is great. So he says,
you live somewhere, you don't know how to count their language. That's the first thing you got to learn is how to count.
Do you know
the first thing I learned how to count 2 weeks after I was here.
Apartment number. And Johnny says, I don't know it in Korean. You know what the judge says? Say it in English. Because the judge understands numbers in English. Understands.
Yeah, that's the first thing you learn when you learn a new language. You learn numbers.
1 and 5 and whatever else, right?
It's not that difficult. And in fact, few languages say this. Most languages say the second number, like if it's 26 in German, it's 26. You say 6 first. So I think
it's like 6 and 20.
Yeah, 20, or you say 26. English is weird like that.
I'm gonna dox them, I'm not gonna dox the Jamshil office tel they live in. I don't want to give away anything or violate any TOS or anything. I'm just saying, he couldn't even say numbers. This guy was clearly coming off as an idiot. And you saw the judge is a master of not giving away their expression. They're a master of not wearing it on their face, but you could tell he thought he was an idiot, right? The way he said it is the words. But they were definitely attached to the hip. And one other thing was, let me go here. Johnny's outfit. His
same as it ever was.
Suit looked like this.
Awesome.
He was wearing a white suit that was like 3 sizes too big. It was clearly Hank's suit. He was clearly wearing Hank's suit. It was like a white suit. It was
burning down the house.
Absolutely hilarious. And beyond that, let's go back here for a second.
I love the Talking Heads, by the way. They're awesome.
He came in a MAGA hat. Now, once again, whether or not, I don't care about people's politics, whatever. He's doing it as a stunt. He doesn't believe in any politics, by the way. He uses, whatever politics try to benefit him. He came in a MAGA hat.
What did you say?
I said, how dare you?
Yeah, I don't care. That doesn't bother me either.
He was told 3 times.
I know they fine you in Australia. If you don't vote, I think less people should vote, to be honest with you. I mean, if you really don't know what the fuck, maybe you shouldn't be voting.
Times to take the hat off.
Oh,
and by the way, before
according to Hezekiah, the reason that he started getting punched and shit was that Johnny Somali made fun of the statues of and then direct quote from Hezekiah, quote unquote, comfort women of Korea. So basically they were sex slaves to the Japanese during World War II. Johnny went to those statues, oiled himself up without a shirt and danced over it and then streamed that. And that's when all the stuff started, because it was kind of an insult on their people.
They played the flute, right? Right, Optimus? He played the flute. That's a football inside joke.
I did before we came, I actually told Atozi behind the scenes, I'm like, bro, I know you're a hat dude, but you can't wear your hat in the court. And he's like, oh, I got it. We're cool. So he took off his beanie. And by the way, Atozi is a totally different guy without his hat.
And he said, fuck you, you square. I'm wearing a hat.
I wouldn't recognize him. Totally different guy. Cool guy, though. I love it. So, our crew has the hats off.
I remember Atozi when I know he's like a dad now and all grown up and doing well, but I remember him when he was a stupid kid.
No, and I don't wear a hat. But some other guys do. And he comes in.
Let me tell you that story. Should I tell that story about Atozi? Anyway, put it one in the chat if you want to hear a story about Atozi that I told on Kick. If you don't care, I'll keep going. Sasquatch probably heard it. It's only her that I'm not going to tell it. Only two? I'm not telling it.
Wearing the MAGA hat, the bailiff tells him to take it off. He proceeds to cross the barrier because there's a barrier where the audience is and the lawyers are. And he's trying to look back at me. And he puts back...
Yeah. So after the whole Aiden Chubbs thing, I called, and I was on speakerphone for some reason. I didn't know Atuzzi that well. I wasn't super familiar with him. I knew that there was a guy up and coming that was half Norwegian that was growing, and I know he's close friends with Chubbs. I don't know where they were or what have you. And Chubbs had just he was getting eaten alive by Keemstar, and he had just had the big controversy with Aiden when Aiden was like, I don't know, 14, 13. You know, this is what made Aiden's channel. And Chubbs called me for a daddy lecture. And I don't know, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do remember what Tuesday. I have the kind of what I said, right? So, but keep in mind I was in speaker. Now I wasn't expecting anybody to really chime in. So I basically said, Chubbs, it's real simple. You have to quit doing drugs. And you know what? In order to quit doing drugs, you have to not be around other people that are doing drugs or alcohol. It's it. It's over. You ruined your career more than likely. If you're ever going to recover, this has to stop. And you're talking to somebody that used to drink a lot, used to party a lot, so I get where you're coming from. And the only way that I know how this gets done is if you stop hanging around people that are even just smoking pot. You have to stop it all. All of a sudden I hear, excuse me. And it's Atuzzi. And he chimes out. I was like, because I used the word gateway. I guess because it's a gateway, like the weed to be the gateway for the next thing, for the next thing, for the next thing. You're going to get exposed to it. And he's like, he said something like, are you sure about that? You think, because from what I understand, marijuana is not a gateway drugs. And I'm like, I don't think I yelled at him. And I'm like, I did say something to the effect, Atuzzi, he's in really big trouble right now. Yeah, but, and I started realizing, like, I was going to take his pot smoking buddy away from him. Here he is. His career's totally ruined. He's totally screwed. And I got Atuzzi, and I'm not saying he's like this anyway. Atuzzi was like 19 when this happened, so give him a break. It's like, is there any way we can kind of tweak this? God's honest true story. I couldn't fucking believe it. I wanted to kill the kid, to be honest with you, because I was having like a moment with Chubbs, you know? But it was really funny. And like Chubbs got his life back together. From what I was saying, he's doing, and Atuzzi's doing good. So if this gets back to him, this is not an attack or anything, but it did happen. And it was funny.
The hat back on. And I swear to God, the bailiff almost took it off his head. Almost slapped it off his head.
Slap your face.
It was bad. He then proceeded, in the midst of this, to try to sit where the interpreter sits. And they kept explaining to him, no, you need to sit over there. He also kept fumbling with this water bottle. And they're like, don't do that. And his hands were in his pockets, which in Korea is super rude. So he kept his hands in.
You know, it seems like everything that's super rude and unacceptable in Korea, it used to be the same in the United States. Are you noticing something? Anybody noticing a pattern here? Wearing your hat in the courtroom, put your hands in your pocket. This used to be like normal shit in the States, you know?
In his pockets while he was speaking. And when he went up to go forward, there's kind of the bar, you know, where there's a little.
My experience, beer can be a gateway. Yes. You're done. You get in so much trouble, Machen. You get to a point where you can't fucking party no more if you want to have a normal life. Now, I'm pretty sure that I don't know about Atuzzi, but I'm pretty sure Chubbs agrees with me now. And by the way, he was receptive to it. Atuzzi, not so much.
You know, wooden structure that kind of blocks the audience from the lawyers and everybody else. We call it the bar, right? Because it blocks you. It's like a little gate. Hank was trying to go with him. You could tell there was a serious, like, near romantic look in his eye of like, I just can't quit you, Johnny. And he wanted to go forward. But the thing is, Hank can barely speak regular Korean, much less English. His mastery of both languages is questionable.
That's his lawyer?
You have to qualify as a court interpreter. You have to have a high level of fluency. They test you, and you also have to make certain oaths that you're competent, that you've experienced, and that whatever you say, if you say it wrong, you can be held liable.
Jesus.
Right? So Hank wanted to be his guy, but he couldn't. And Johnny was like given this longing look. They had this weird exchange where they looked at each other.
Does Legal's might speak Korean? It's crazy.
It was very, very weird. But overall, his body language and trying to wear that hat multiple times was extraordinarily rude. And that's how he started off. All right. So I got that. Okay. Ramsey came in the door. And the first thing he does he doesn't see me right away because I'm in the back corner.
All right, who's Ramsey? Can Kite tell me about Ramsey?
He probably will, but I do have another thing from him.
Oh, what do you
Is
got?
that apparently in his, it's not a video or anything, it's just kind of reading back. So apparently, Johnny would basically, like, another factor into his charges is that he would shout out like Kim Jong-un in North Korea in his streams, and then he would like say like, "Oh, I wish that North Korea would nuke South Korea." He would play North Korean propaganda in public, and they don't take that shit lightly in South Korea. So.
All right, I assume that's true, but how serious is it? Do we know? I mean, this guy's walking around getting drunk for court. I'm getting the feeling that they're not like draconian about being an asshole, but I've heard that before. And according to DM King, Legal Minds has been living in Korea for a minute. Oh man, that's crazy. In the end, getting interviewed by a Korean intelligence agency for promoting communism. Oh, wow.
I just did a little quick search, and so normally, like, the South Korean constitution basically guarantees freedom of speech, press, petition, that. However,
except for communism, yeah.
Behavior or speeches in favor of the North Korean regime or communism can be punished by national security law. However, in recent years, prosecution under this law has been rare. But
okay. So it's a free speech, but if we want to charge you,
yeah,
one of those.
And I wasn't facing him; I was facing forward. And so Hank, walks in behind Johnny. And I think he's used to that. And he's looking at the other people. They're all looking around, and Hank is himself.
I want to know who Ramsey is.
But Ramsey looks at me and he does this face. He looks directly at me and does that. And he really thinks he's getting off that day.
Ramsey's his name.
I think he
Johnny's
really
name.
Oh, he's using a random picture to show you. Okay, I get it now.
Thinks he's getting off that day.
Yeah.
He's super giddy. He's like excited. He's like, "Oh, everyone's here for me. I'm the center of attention." Yeah. He's like a child. Literally.
I told you that.
A child. So he goes up. He's sitting next to his lawyer. Everybody's looking at him. The bail.
See, I see Ramsey and a white guy with his tongue out. I didn't get the Ramsey Ishmael. Yeah, I got it.
His defense lawyer. The judge is looking at him. The stenographers. The media. He looks at me and sticks his tongue out. Looks directly at me and sticks his tongue out.
I'd be so afraid to do that because you don't know what that means in their culture.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And everybody sees it. The judge saw.
Could mean I did your mother or something for all I know. You know.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, Ramsey. And I was laughing. I was like laughing my ass because I'm like, I'm not on trial here, buddy. You are. Right? I can do I can laugh. I can do what
I need to talk to Dr. Grande. I got to know, Dr. Grande. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm just here to tell you. I want to know what makes somebody do that.
Now, I can't be loud or disrespectful.
It's Dr. Grande. I love Dr. Grande. You ever notice his thing? Yeah, he was doing a serious thing for a while, and then he made money, and then he became a drama tuber. Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was really into it a while until he started trying to be funny, and then I didn't like it anymore.
Not gonna lie, that second video, if you look at the thumbnail, like, get off of it for a second. I thought that was Dark Viper on the right.
That's terrible. What is he doing?
Hello, this is Dr. Grande.
Dr. Grande.
Today I will analyze
Johnny Somali.
Meghan Markle's Netflix cooking show titled
He really got into YouTube.
Love, Megan. First, I'll look at the background of this case, move to the timeline of the incident, then offer my analysis.
So an incident with a cooking show?
In May 2018, an American actress named Meghan Markle married Prince Harry, who was the younger son of King Charles III and Diana, Princess of Wales. Meghan did not adjust well to life as a full...
All right, I don't know, because he's right. He used to do this thing where he was like, I'm not diagnosing anybody. I used to love that.
What if you just like type, I'm not diagnosing anybody?
I love when he says that. I'm not diagnosing anybody. What's his most popular videos? Let's see, Chris Watts, psychopath. Okay, yeah, he'll do it.
Welcome to my scientifically informed insider look.
This is when he was normal. And now he's like a trauma tuber.
At mental health topics. If you find this video to be interesting or helpful, please like it and subscribe.
Brian won the Futuristic Hub lawsuit for reals? I don't know. I don't believe you until I fucking talk to Brandon, I'll be honest with you.
To my channel. Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question asks if I can analyze the case of Chris Watts.
What now? Nothing. I'm retiring. I don't give a fuck what happens to Brian.
Now, Chris Watts is an individual who murdered his family in August of 2018. And this is a particularly horrific case.
It's one of the worst ones I ever heard, but we're not getting into that.
So kind of just from the beginning, I think it's important to note that this content really isn't for everybody. I actually found this to be a pretty challenging video to make. I researched the topic kind of on and off for about 2 weeks and did a lot of research about 2 days ago. And then yesterday recorded...
Oh, he's not going to do it. I picked the one video where he doesn't do it.
But I can smile. I can do whatever I want in the galley.
I'm not hearing diagnosing anybody.
As long as it's not loud.
I got kicked out. Tell me if we're back. All right, back. There is something wrong with my network. Yeah, there is something wrong with my network. We've been having, and I've been testing stuff all day to see, sort of make it work. I apologize. I don't know what's going on, but it's happening like throughout the day on other streams that we do on Kick. I'm not 100% sure. This is very similar to a problem I had last time, which really got fixed with a cord. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to get a tester or something, because I actually took down the other router, like the gaming router, and now it's still happening. So, yeah, we are back. Let me drop it down to 5. And the bit rate to 5, and then go there. So I apologize, and I have no idea what happened, but hopefully we can get back to normal here. I apologize. I've been working on it offline. I was actually working on it all day on Kick, doing all sorts of tests. I don't know why it goes off. I don't even know why it comes back on. It's very confusing to me. Let's go. But I'm about 99.9% sure it's on my side of the problem here. But we'll get through it.
4. Now, I'm going to explain to you what the other charges are for, because it's very, very important that you guys know accurate information about the charges. Okay? But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit more about his shocked Pikachu face here real quick. Because it wasn't just limited to talking about the charges. He didn't know his address. He also lied to the judge. He said he was a student. So they asked, what is your job? He said he's a student. Okay? He said he's a student. And now Johnny Somali is being very flippant. Number one, where is he studying? Show me anywhere he's studying. Nowhere. But he's being he's
studying how to piss Korean people off. He's succeeding admirably.
Very flippant about working. And I'm going to show you guys what he said about working in Korea and how he thinks he doesn't care and it doesn't matter and he's going to work no matter what they say. Watch this. Watch this clip of him. This is from his drunken, once again, his such a good idea, 3 a.m. drunken stream. Look at this unhinged man. This man is mentally broken. This is a man that we have crushed his soul.
Make bread. If these niggas lock me in the country, I'm gonna make bread. I don't give a. Send that shit to the prosecutor.
We will, Johnny. We will. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, little buddy. Don't you worry, little buddy. We got you.
Live stream donators, they gonna get in rich and oiled because they feel bad that I've been locked here. Nigga snitching. Johnny Somali is making money. Yeah, bitch, don't lock me in the fucking country, Korean corrupt.
I mean, like whatever mania this guy has, it's got to be the same thing Doherty has, you know, right? Jeannie, you still alive?
I'm dealing with something else.
Whatever psychological. What are you dealing with?
Well, I'm trying to get the Brian Martin stuff because I think it actually might be something.
I'm not, even if it's something posted, because that was probably Brian in here before.
Government.
Don't believe it. You know, and I've seen things too, but like Brian wins something and he doesn't win what he thought he won. You know.
I wonder how the judge and prosecutor are going to feel about being called corrupt.
If the government don't want me to work, I'm not working. I'm streaming. That's two different things.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't actually.
I could be in Home Depot or selling my bouillon.
Well, he is doing the latter. I mean, he's in Hank's place, so Hank has stated his price. So we know he's doing the latter.
That's working. Shut the nigga, I don't give a.
See, so this is yes, that's Johnny Somali. And his quote about, he's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. All right. Let me continue here with the charges. So we're going to explain this very carefully. Okay? And I want you guys to really pay attention to this. There's going to be a test at the end. Okay? Okay.
That guy came in here and he's like, Brian Moore, no, now what? I mean, like, it's probably Brian.
Well,
I don't
no, but he did say after. No, he did comment a couple of things after that. It was like it wasn't trying to be mean. He wanted to let you know the news.
Now what? I don't know. That's not my lawsuit. if it wasn't Brian, then I don't know. I care.
So in this court, this is the West Court. We're in the West Court. And in case you guys forgot, there's a difference between where
you guys
he
are
committed
watching for fresh. I didn't drop frames that time.
These crimes and other crimes. So
It did lag a bit.
Is where these crimes,
strange.
the red dot, is where these crimes went down. This is the criminal maps sheet, PowerPoint. I've played this one before. The red dot and the green dot, okay? Red dot is Hongdae. That's where this courthouse is near, and that's where most of these crimes were committed. Jamshil, there were other crimes committed, and that's also where Hank lives, and he has been staying with Hank for the majority of this. And many of the crimes went down in Jamshil, okay? That's the Eastern District, so they have different courts. So we are in the West District, which you see number 8, we're in number 8. The East, where Hank lives, is number 4, which is Songpa-gu. It's in a neighborhood called Jamshil, right? It's east of Gangnam, where I am. I'm in Gangnam. Right there in Songpa, right?
Let's talk about Gundam style.
My apartment's nicer, though. I guarantee. Yeah, Coex is in Gangnam. It's near Bunggungsa, which is one of my favorite temples. Middle of the city. It's beautiful. So here's the thing. I told you guys that there can be multiple cases going on in different districts. So what has been confirmed is there is a 5th charge that nobody knew about till stupid Ramsey decided to get drunk and talk shit, specifically talking shit about me, saying I don't know anything, whatever.
Holly said she added me. Holly, I've never spoken to Holly once.
He then proceeded to show a certain.
She said he added you. Like, I'll check. Let's see. No, Holly probably didn't add me. Brian probably added me, and I long have him blocked for all the threats that he sent me over the years. That's probably why. No, I didn't get it.
Yeah, I got it. So.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Yeah, there you go. Proof. I didn't get it. Donkey.
No, I got it. So I'll.
He flashed.
This is a good part right here. Hold on.
A certain thing across the screen.
Watch this.
And that was this document when he was drunk last night. He flashed this document across the screen. Now, I know not everybody is fluent in Korean, so I'm going to tell you what it says. Hold on. This sharing may be a little buggy, so let me see if this works fine.
Deepfakes, J3.
Okay, let's see. Did that work out? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna.
Bad as me, this guy. Talking
Open
about
and
a
close
boomer.
this.
Pretty younger than me, too.
Okay, let's stop sharing. And then cancel that. Okay, cool. Let's do it this way.
Okay.
Let's do it this way. Here we go. Here it is. So last night he was showing his chat. He's like, I have the paperwork. I have the paperwork. And he flashed this. Now, my Korean brothers and sisters, you can read this. But what this is this is something from the Eastern District. I'm going to tell you what this is. Sorry. I know some of you be squinting. This is a sex crime, which is the deep fake. This is the deep fake crime in Jamshil. And what this means is it's been referred from the police to the prosecutor. And he literally said, I don't understand this racial slur speak. And the racial slur he used began with a G. Well, guess what?
Gee, which racial slur is that? Help me out, chat. Let's play racial slur games. Gee. Gundam style? New slur dropped? The racial slur he said is with a G. Used in Gran Torino? Oh, that one. Yeah.
We know people that speak
the Vietnamese, racial slur,
the language of Korean. We know many people that
rhymes with mook,
speak the language of Korean. And what we found out is that this has been referred by the police to the prosecution. So what that means is, if you're playing along at home, because I know some of you are, we've got the chart. Remember this chart, guys? I keep bringing this up. I've brought this up a lot, but I bring this one up because it's very important. I want you guys to memorize this. This is going to be on the test. This is very important. When things are at stage 1 or 2, they may just die. When you submit something to the police, they may ignore it. And then the police may investigate it and they may drop it. But in Korea, if you go from stage 2 to stage 3, if the police send it to the prosecutor, if you go from 2 to 3, on step 3, you have a 90% plus conviction rate. 98% conviction rate.
So we're talking UCMJ shit right now. There's a certain level, you get a certain level, you see it's got a 90%, like 95% conviction rate.
They will charge you. We're at stage 3 now.
All right, so if you get all right, we get stage 3 now, but does that mean he's going to do some serious time?
We're at stage 3. He just confirmed, he literally told himself that in the Eastern District, there is a 5th charge, which has not been, the prosecutors haven't officially announced it yet, but it's coming. Which means, remember the theory I said, guys? That they're going to hit him with these little obstruction ones, and they're going to trick him into pleading guilty? And then he's going to be screwed because he's a convicted criminal. And then they're going to hit him with deepfakes, which has serious jail time. That just happened. He confirmed it. And he did it because he's a drunk idiot. And the fact that he decided to do a broken, mind break.
Now I'm getting it. So he pleads guilty to this stuff that'll give him a $500 fine. But they need that to get the real charge on him. So if he didn't plead guilty, he probably could have fought it. Maybe they would have dropped it. But then somebody probably told him, like, just take this, should be good, not knowing about it. I think it's criminal that he didn't know about the other charge. But maybe they sent it to him all legal. He didn't understand it. So he's guilty. Now he's convicted criminal. Now they can give him real time under their laws. Oh, boy.
Drunken stream.
Let me ask you something. Has he come out about anything? Because everybody's like, oh, no, you didn't do nothing. This is the worst that can happen is this. The worst can happen is fine, 1,000, maybe 2,000. And didn't know. But if you have a prior conviction, now you can do 10.
The night of his charges, and he wanted to be this wild, crazy character. The court can't touch me, this and that. It actually backfired in his face. It is hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. And he doesn't even realize what these mean, what these charges are. He's just being told by Hank, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And Hank's probably not lying to him. Like, Hank's probably not lying to him. He's probably saying, look, the most they can give you this. The most they can give you is that. So just plead guilty. Let's get the hell out of here and take care of it. But not knowing they're hiding another charge, waiting to plead guilty. And under their laws, once you plead guilty in the past to a certain crime, you're eligible to be charged or do more time than the other. Wow.
But when you have
he does seem like the type that doesn't listen. Yeah, good. This needs to happen. Streamers are ruining our reputations abroad. They should be scared to do these things. Greglich, I don't know why nobody's scared to do. It blows my mind that people aren't scared to do this, but what do I know?
Crime, a deep fake, a simple deep fake, that is serious time. For those people playing along at home, this was from earlier, but I now fixed the numbers here. Deep fakes are, he's now at stage 3. There's one of them at stage 3. Now, mind you, there's others. This is one for a female, so it's likely Bong Bong. This is likely Bong Bong's deep fake. Okay?
He ruined those. The Article 14 special cases considered a crime penalty require up to 5 years in prison, a fine of 50 million KRW, I guess Korean. If obscene, which it probably is, longer prison, and that's a judgment call by the judge. If I had to guess, a longer prison sentence and charges in digital sexual harassment may be added. Oh, he's looking 10 years in prison. Easy. Wow. You shouldn't have fucked with Bong Bong. Left her alone. Bong Bong. Hey, how are you? What's your name? My name is Bong Bong.
This can be up to 5 years and 50 million won if it's not sexual, but if it's
it's up to 5. Maybe they give him 1. I wouldn't want to go to prison. I don't know. That guy needs to go to jail. I'll be honest with you.
If it's longer, if it's includes harassment, digital sexual harassment. So there's serious time on this. And there could even be more depending on if he was distributing it or not.
And he's going to the judge. He's going drunk. He's not giving a fuck. He's putting a hat on. He's acting like he doesn't give a shit or he's above it. And then the judge is probably going to see the stuff like they ain't going to do shit. Bungus, something, usually suspects. Yeah. Wow.
Not whatever, but even just possessing it is enough. So you're tacking on more jail time. And mind you, this is in a case that may take forever. Let's go back to the charges. I want to explain these real quick. Okay. Here's what happened in court.
Trump will bail him out.
He knew about number 1. He knew about number 2 and number 3. He had no fucking clue about number 4. Literally, the face on his attorney, when they started talking about this new obstruction charge, the one I just brought up 2 days ago, this is how his lawyer looked. And him. This was literally his defense lawyer's face when they talked about the last charge. When they talked about, there's another obstruction charge. He's like,
this may be a situation in the U.S. government for him, DM King? For Johnny Somali? I could see them doing it for, I don't know, Byron Trump, some kid of a dignitary or a politician, but Johnny Somali? You get a situation like this. Remember that kid in Thailand that got his ass whipped? That's before your time. What was that guy's name? I bet you remember DM King because you're older than me. Who's that guy? They give him like 10 lashes or something. I forgot his name. And, everybody's pissing. All these like political types are pissing. Well, this is obscene punishment. It's cruel and unusual, blah, blah, blah. And I remember thinking, yeah, they caned that guy. I remember that Final Flash. I was in high school when it happened. And I remember like, this is barbaric, and it's this, and some people have died after they've been caned. And they did a poll of average Americans. They're like, whip his ass. He went around spray painting other people's cars. You remember that case as well? I know you remembered it. And like they like, these like politicians saying this is outrageous, we got to get involved, we can't have one of our own. And like if you went to the public, they were like, fuck that guy. And like, so who's gonna care about Johnny Somali? Like, don't like, and where are we? Like, what? Like, don't charge this guy. Treat him different than your average Korean citizen. Who's gonna step out for Johnny Somali?
What? What new charge? They had no clue. It was so great. It was
So I pleaded guilty. Now he's gonna
lovely. And I think the thing is they really don't understand what's coming at him, and they don't understand that more charges can come even now.
Even now, yeah. And he's got tons of evidence. They should trade prisoners to Korea. Keep John. They should trade him to North Korea. Who cares about John? He's mentally ill. Leave him in prison. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other place for that guy besides prison. More to come. Sitman's been waiting for a long time. What do you got, Sitman? Before I move on.
I was just cheering you on. I love this shit. This was the funniest thing I watched all week. Johnny Somali, and then like also apparently is I've heard the civilians over in Japan came out with their own wanted list for kick streamers that are rude and just like Johnny Somali. Yeah, Ice Poseidon's on it, Sam Pepper.
Sam Pepper?
They're all
That's
all
funny.
going for these guys.
That's funny. Yeah, they probably should give someone of them 5 years.
Yeah, let this kid go. I mean, like, for fuck's sake, like, dude has nothing for him. He has nothing in this country. He has nothing. He went to Japan, ran from Japan, went to Israel, got kicked out of Israel, ran to Korea. Let this dude fucking just rot in prison. I'm sorry. He doesn't know how to be socially active.
I look at it like I wouldn't want him back in the States. Fuck him,
Yeah, I don't want him. We already got enough mentally ill people. Take one. Study this one.
Trump has a soft spot for popular social media guys, not a nobody. Yeah, maybe. But this guy, I can't see, like... I think
he is a nobody, though. Like, how many views do you get,
Andrew
anyway?
Tate, I could see, like Tucker Carlson's been fooled by Andrew Tate. Maybe Trump could be fooled by Andrew Tate because they think they're persecuting him for political reasons. Andrew Tate hasn't done anything like Johnny Somali. So when they look at his, so is this Johnny Somali? He's one of our boys. He's being treated unfairly. And they show what he's doing and saying, fuck this shit. I don't fucking care. Fuck. And I can just see Trump saying,
no, I'm not fucking bringing this bad guy
asked
back.
Trump last week, have you thought about pardoning Derek Chauvin? He's like, what are you talking about? Who's that? I can see a move like that. I'm sorry. I think you're wrong, DM.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nah. I don't see Trump. I don't see Trump saving this dude.
Who's Derek Chauvin? He's a police officer? Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of him. Oh, Jesus Christ. He ain't pardoned Darren Chauvin even if he deserves to be pardoned. I got news for his political suicide.
But yeah, no.
All right. Thank you, Sim, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. We'll be watching. Bye.
Thank you. Trump's going to repeal the 20th Amendment so he can run for a third term. How's he going to do that? He needs, was it 3/4 of every state legislature plus both houses, but the Senate? It's almost impossible in today's day and age. You're listening to you're watching too much mainstream media. It's never happening. You need an absolute fucking consensus. And by the way, if Trump were to get the 20th Amendment repealed, right? He would absolutely need a huge consensus to do that. He's not that popular. He's like, to get an amendment passed? Are you nuts? You need the state legislatures too, not just like 2/3 of Congress, 3/4 of the state legislatures. It's almost impossible. It's 50 states now. Almost impossible. You need an absolute consensus. What was the last time they tried it? The Act? The Balanced Budget Act? That died in the vine, never came back in the 90s. Don't worry about it. He's not running another term. If Trump's going another term, he is a dictator and just decided to ignore it or something. And if you believe that, then you're deranged. Ethan Klein announces he's dropping a video on Reddit. It's a snub counterparts. It would be a main H3 thing. Here's the thing I got about H3. I am, for the same reason, I think Destiny will come back stronger than ever because they have pushed this shit too far with him being the most evil man on the planet. It's become comical, ridiculous, and eventually people are going to turn. You know, I found out, you know how much Destiny's pulling per stream?
Zero clue.
10K.
Oh, wow.
10K. I think I know it's going to be the same thing H3 did to Keemstar, just too much. And at first it has an impact. Then people start going to the well once too often. And then it's just forgotten about. And people say, can you believe Destiny got away? He's going to settle with that girl, give her money, and go right back to what the fuck he's doing. And no one's going to give a shit when you bring it up because everybody beat the drum a little too hard. That's what's going to happen. Why is Trump?
Now I gotta watch what I say here. This
Thank
is
you,
gonna end up on Tommy's show.
Why is Trump tanking the U.S. economy? Because he wants to, and he's become a big dictator. You dipshit. Let's see. H3. I do. I think Destiny. I am totally convinced Destiny's going to be fine now. There is too much. I mean, look. Destiny is 100% guilty. He's a 100% a scumbag, 100% sociopath. But it's going to get like Keemstar. It's going to get to the point where nobody gives a shit, and they just want what he offers as an entertainer. You're going to discredit him, like to the point where people just don't give a shit anymore, because everybody's just absolutely breathless over this, and it's just going to get old. It's just going to sound like some whining kook Christian from the '90s. Just or you know what's going to sound like? Reefer Madness. No Reefer Madness. Anybody put a one in the chat if you're yes, I'm a DGG sweeper. I hate DGG and I hate all those guys, and everybody knows I don't like Destiny. And I was nasty to him when I met him. But it's going to happen because you guys, pricks like you, are fucking playing the violin a little too fucking hard. Who was the one in the chat for? What did I say? I forgot.
Reefer Madness.
Reefer Madness. You also Reefer Madness. Okay. Reefer Madness is a movie that was put out in the 1930s. It was a way to show kids that marijuana was no good to you, and they have people like jumping out of windows because they smoke pot and all this crazy fucking stupid shit. They used to have reruns in the 60s. All the hippies would go to the thing and start laughing at us. That's what the constant virtue signaling is going to end up. And that's not me sweeping. That's me telling you what's going to happen. Do I think that he gets in trouble or has to pay out or maybe even get some kind of fine or something like that? I doubt he's going to jail. I doubt it. Who goes to fucking jail on YouTube? Who? And you know, and people, and he's going to get more support. DD is supporting him. Now he's in a situation now where he's sealing himself, where he's really not available for sponsors, not viable, politically discredited. And this constant going on and on about him, he's going to turn it around. He's going to turn around because here's what's going to happen. His critics are going to become the joke eventually because people are just getting sick of it. Here we go. He's going to be Reefer Madness. And they're just going to laugh at it. You're going to bring up this stupid thing with it, and people are just going to laugh. You're just going to make it so lame. Instead of Reefer Madness being taken seriously as this message to the youth about the dangers of marijuana, it's going to be like, let's watch that because it's fucking funny. And then it's going to turn this thing around with the Pixie thing too. She's going to get paid off. She's going to get him money, probably settle in some way. Maybe he pleads something in a criminal charge, and he's going to go right back to what he's doing. And then when somebody starts sounding off the horn that he did this and he did that, by the way, which we all did, he did. He's a liar. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to care. It's just going to get old eventually. It's not old yet, but it's going to. It's going to be as lame as Gamergate. It's going to be as lame as saying SJW. It's going to be lame as all that stuff because people overdid it. There you go.
Shit. And
10K? 10K? This guy just got ended. He's pulling 10K a stream? Holy shit. Sure. And it could be one of those things where he gets ended in the commentary community, right? He has no credibility in the commentary community, but who cares? People who watch him don't like the commentary community. That's what I think. There's my prediction.
Their house. And then Denim hosts this and see what she says. And then now we wonder why people are calling Child Protective Services.
But they called it before I even did this stream.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion, and he just leaves the shit on the floor, something that is probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is suing him for a number of different reasons. So I would assume he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered.
Bosch is doing all right. Good point. They don't care about commentary. The people that take in that content don't care. They think they're a bunch of fucking losers. They think they're a bunch of tabloid journalists and self-righteous jackasses, and they're not 100% wrong. They're going to Destiny for his politics, takes, and views. They don't necessarily care if he's a scumbag. We vote scumbags into Washington every 2 years.
In dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit, and God forbid, I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it, or if it's just from like contact with it with their hands or something, but they contracted a parasite that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia.
Has he been on Piers Morgan since, Omni? Are you sure? Because I haven't seen him on since. I have not seen it since this Pixie thing. And I've been told that's not the case. Destiny has 10K viewers right now. Right now. This guy just insulted a kid with cancer. Because that's the kind of people who watch them. They think that's okay as long as it's the other side. It's the whole there are no bad. There's no bad tactics, just bad. There's only just bad targets. He's definitely operating from that Stalinsky way of looking at things. But some of it is going to be. It's been overdone. This second 10K. Well, let's see if he grows. Because if that's his ceiling, it's pretty fucking good.
The dog shit that is all over his house.
Dude, how is it that like maybe once a week I look into what Ethan Klein's been up to, and every time I manage to find more and more terrible shit. This is where Ethan tells a story about his family getting Giardia.
We already have Mold Mondays. Now we have Shit Saturdays.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe and deadly to small children.
BTE, Pixie raised more than 50K in her fundraiser and legal fund. Good for her. I think she's going to get paid. But do you believe just because she gets paid, those 10K are going to go away? They probably know he's guilty. Does anybody get what I'm saying here? Put a 5 in the chat. You get what I'm saying here? I'm not saying what's right and what he deserves. I'm saying that it's just going to be overdone and people are just not going to care. They're going to say, I know he's a jackass, but I agree with his takes. Does anybody get that?
I think most people
And you can clutch your pearls and fucking cry all you want. He's still got a 10K after all that? That's nothing. Nothing. And you think I'm sweeping this shit? Fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm done. It's finished. It's over. You're gonna see from here on in, I'm slowly gonna dip down to below 100 on a regular fucking basis. Right? I got nothing to lose anymore. So I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. And all the people that get real choked up about it are gonna be fucking look stupid a year from now when he fucking has 20K.
I mean, much like many other illnesses, it's very, very, very dangerous.
I tell you why he won't be canceled, because too many jerk-offs are covering the fucking story. that are overdoing it. And a lot of people are going, yeah, he's a piece of shit, but that's ridiculous.
When infants get the same sicknesses that adults get. There are lots of things that you can get as an adult. You're totally fine. You'll be A-okay. No problem. A child.
I don't know about Bobax.
A small infant.
Bobax burned all his bridges.
That has no immune system.
And he never had 10K.
Shouldn't be catching anything.
No wonder his house is covered in dog shit and he's neglected.
Yeah, there's people out there that think he's going to get years in prison. Because some legal manual says there's some law says he could. Doesn't mean he will. Everybody's telling you this is barely ever passed. Few of them have actually passed the age of 25 or gone outside the house. It's really fucking funny if you think about it.
The children raised by nannies have contracted parasites previously unknown to some.
If I'm not mistaken, who's the singer that went away? I always remember that you would get his name, Genie. The singer that actually did time. You still around, Genie? Genie? I need my producer. Hold on, is she doing homework or something? Genie?
Sorry, I've been having some internet connections.
Really?
So what are you saying?
Yo, listen.
Yeah.
The guy I can never remember. The guy, Austin Jones. There you go. Austin Jones, right?
Oh,
if
yes,
I'm not mistaken, didn't he get caught with something first? Sort of beat it. They dropped him. They caught him a second time, and then he went to jail. Am I wrong about that?
Let me look and see.
How long? So let's say the people that have gone to jail on you, the big high profile people that have gone to jail. Okay, I can think of Austin Jones. What's his face in Belgium? Linemaker.
Oh, Linemaker, yeah.
Linemaker. Who else has gone to jail? I know Tonkasaw was supposed to go to jail. That never happened, Nick Rakita. How many people you've heard this over and over again? Who's going to jail? Destiny has talent. He knows how to entertain incels and autists, yeah. I even predict that a lot of the people that are anti-DG will go back and say they've forgiven him. I guarantee it. If that's the right the wave to ride, they'll do it. 100%.
Okay, buddy.
Put this in your medical phone. Smoking already increases your risk of a heart attack. If you keep this up, your blood pressure is going to boil over. What? Put this in your medical phone, bro. Good.
For you. Yeah.
Thanks. Good. How about I'm going to buy a pack of cigarettes at that $10. What do you think of that? People cried when Ethan Ralph was going to jail for revenge porn. Nope, never going to happen. Exactly.
Ayasaki donated $5. You can breathe. You can blink. You can scream. You can cry. Hell, they're all gonna be doing that. Destiny is gonna keep his audience.
I don't think he deserves to. But it doesn't matter what I think. And it doesn't matter what a bunch of fucking 19-year-old know-nothings that live with their parents think either. All right, they're coming for his kids. Let me hear this.
In my long career on YouTube, I've pretty much seen it all. I've been swatted several times with LAPD helicopters, the street shut down, police with guns drawn, doing a perimeter around my house. We've also been visited by the FBI 3 times. They were all to warn us of a credible threat against our lives. One time, most recently, he came at 7 a.m. and said, "Do not open any packages until you hear from me, as we have credible bomb threats against you that we found online." I thought I'd seen it all. I knew this content nuke was going to draw a lot of negative attention, seeing how extreme Hassan and his fan base are, and his orbiters. But the lengths to which they've gone to harass us and get revenge for going after their god king Hassan has frankly gone beyond any type of point of civility and humanity, to the point where...
No shit, you just fuck with a bunch of communists. He's another one. You screwed with a bunch of insane extremist communists, which you got in bed with to begin with. And they tried to take your kids. Oh, shocking. Did you try to mess with your family? Did that cross a line? Look who you messed with. He's another one. They're going to turn on him eventually, too. And he's 100% in the right. I would have kept this out of the public and only addressed it if it became mainstream. You got a problem, you send somebody a cease and desist, or you send them a lawsuit. You got money, fucking tie everybody up. Tie Denim up, tie Denim, and just say, look, I can't talk. And then you can go on and you can do your dumb show, but you make your freaking show about a campaign like he did. He didn't do shit to Keemstar. He went on. He died in his own. He went a different direction because nothing that you had anything to do with. You didn't destroy him. You're not going to destroy Hassan the way you think. All these guys. And it kind of goes to what I call the Turkey Tom principle. Tom thought he was going to end
Pyro.
And he did a really, really awesome video. Just like I think Ethan's video for the most part was good. There's problems with it, but it's mostly a good video, right? I think Tom's video was better on Pyro, the first one. And it didn't have the impact that he expected because everybody thinks they're fucking iDubbbz. Everybody thinks they're iDubbbz. Hey, by the way, who did iDubbbz cancel? Jinx? Well, that was going to get old anyway. Who else? Tana Mojo? She's still fine. In fact, she went on to have a bigger controversy than saying the N-word and anything iDubbbz said with that stupid con that she threw. Leafy for a while, yes. So you could say, out of all the guys, Ricegum, you could see a direct impact. Jinx and Leafy. And I got to be honest with you, Leafy kind of quit his own. It's like he was still getting he wasn't getting 1 million a video, but he was still getting a couple 100,000 a video when he dropped it in 2017. Yeah, Leafy and Jinx, that's it. Everybody else survived. So here's what happens. We all got iDubbbz in our head. The iDubbbz is the creator. I want to be iDubbbz. And then what happens is it's not about making a video, putting it out there, correcting the record. It's about canceling people. And that's what it is for Ethan. That's what it is with the whole Get Destiny crowd, right? And it doesn't happen. So when it doesn't happen the way you think, it just gets crazier. In this case, it's a case in individual. In Destiny's case, it's the case of an entire community. And pretty soon, people don't give a shit. And you can only shame them for not giving a shit and calling me sweepers so long. I'm a sweeper. Then we go, okay, sure, fine. I'm watching Destiny. Guys that I like, down the rabbit hole guy, I can't say his name. Who's the other one that got in the fight with Low Tier God? I interviewed him when I was on lolcow. I forgot his fucking name already, and he's always been nice to me.
Wendigoon.
Yeah, Wendigoon. Wendigoon's not. No. I did interview
Oompaville.
No, it was the other fucking guy. The guy who makes long documentaries.
Oh, June the King.
June the King. So I like guys like if they just put it there and it does what it does. It's not about a mission. Yeah, Fred and June. It's not about a mission to end somebody. Because you know what? People detect that. And they may even agree with that person being ended. But when they know that's your goal, it kind of loses its punch. I'll tell you a guy, how many people did he end? H-Bomber guy. Nowhere in that video did I detect, and that was a long one, right? That he wanted to point this shit out. He didn't want to make it a cause celeb on, what's her name, Illuminati and that other guy that was lying about his shit. He pointed it out. He let it sit there. Has he even made a hit piece video since? I don't think so. It's been, 2 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. People detect when your intentions, for some reason, matter to them. So they don't care after a while. Who gives a fuck? Internet historian, he's still around, though. He's doing all right? But he's definitely wounded. So you can't cancel, because I don't think when H-Bomber goes, I'm going to fucking end these motherfuckers. He's like, no. I'm going to show you internet historian stealing shit. I'm going to show you Illuminati stealing shit. I'm going to show you this gay guy isn't who he says he is. And that's it. That's all you can do. But if you make the second Pyro video, what I call the Turkey Tom principle, stupid, isn't it? It's cringe as fuck. When you do that, it's just, people don't fucking care. They just think you're pearl clutching. And then they ask themselves, well, most of these YouTubers are shit anyway. And by the way, they wouldn't be wrong there. And I just don't care. I got this going on in my life. I got that. I just want to be entertained. I got this going on. I really like what Destiny has to say. I like the show. They might even like his politics. Keepstar took Content Cop on the chin. He's fine. What does hindsight want? Hence. What up, you Somali pirate? Aren't you from Arizona?
Yeah, I live in Arizona.
Do you know Somali Johnny there?
Well, as a Somali, we don't claim Johnny Somali. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
No. I mean, the way he's acting, bro, I'm not surprised that he's gonna be guilty, bro. You know?
Yeah, it'd be funny. I wish he got hit by the car. I wish he got hit by the car and not you.
Is this open phones or not?
Talk about what you want. What do you want?
Well, I talked on the radio, be gooning, bro. I can't believe it. I talked on the radio.
I didn't really pay attention to that whole thing. I avoid that shit like the plague. What did he do?
Well, from what
I had heard whispers, but I hadn't seen anything until Friday.
No, you're good. From what I read, he pretty much like talked to like a 13-year-old when he was like 17, which is like, you know, I don't think it's that relevant possibility considering what we're reading nowadays with pedophilia stuff.
You know, I'm gonna go to this talking. What was he talking about? Was he talking about like anything obscene? Or
I don't know.
Nobody knows?
I don't know. Yeah.
The Doc thinks the Nothing Burger story. All right, I'm gonna take fucking DM Kings right. I haven't talked to Doc on the radio in years. I don't know it's stupid. You know?
No, he's just doing.
I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat. Oh. It's a little weird for a 17-year-old to be gooning over a 13-year-old. At very least. I mean, I'm being generous there. Yeah. But
I mean,
well, you know what? I think you know what? You can tell me if you can yell at me if I'm wrong, Jeannie. I think it's just a lot of these 17-year-old guys, and they get a little bit of a fucking platform or something along those lines, and then one girl pays even a smidgen of attention to him, and like, fuck, she's only 13, but it's not like I'm gonna like, and they just start talking because like I'm noticing a pattern of social problems on the line. They call me crazy. So, and they're like, he's like kind of a loser, that it doesn't really have any pedophilic intent. And that's me being very generous. Maybe it did. I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty stupid of him if he did do that. Exceptionally stupid.
Yeah, I think that he should, if he wants to come back, I think he should just pull a bull blast and just wear a dress and live for the rest of his life. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I mean, if he's gonna go on and talk to a 13-year-old, why don't you go all out? You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't want to talk about it. I don't think I'll ever hear from Doc on the radio again. I don't think I'll ever do. We weren't close to begin with. I went on a show a couple times, I think. Yeah, I did. I went on a show a couple times. He seemed like a nice guy. But yeah, that's way weird. I think I could say that. That's way weird.
Yeah, and then you got guys like Toastify and like other people making streams instead of just like talking to them. They all eat each other, Tommy. You know?
I know. Believe me, I know more than most.
Oh yeah, you know more than everybody, dude. You've been screwed more than half the fucking sun, man.
Why do you think I die? Like I'm sick of living in a rat's. I'm sick of living in a rat's nest. That's all this is a big rat's nest. It's a game,
bro.
What?
Bro, even my favorite episode that you shit on me, like you still got screwed over by Ian Miles Chun, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's true. Yeah, he just lied to me. It's a game. I played it for a long time and I lost, and everybody's gonna lose it one day anyway. So.
Fair enough.
There you go.
All right, Tommy. Have a good one.
Bars. I love that pirate. You're the captain now.
But they're, well...
How do you think it's Tommy? I ate the rest of the commentary. Yes, that's a good one.
They're calling CPS, Child Protective Services.
My husband started dating in the 14th, 17th. But if you were both in high school, that's senior. That's, see, and how many years ago was it? I bet it wouldn't happen now.
It would have had to have been a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's senior freshman. Right there. I don't care. I don't.
A
think
young
I was
freshman,
sure.
but
I've been married 20 years. Yeah, it's 20 years ago. Yeah, everybody's can't wait to get somebody in the pedo mold. And you know what the average difference between a husband and wife is?
age, like
the average
I'd
difference.
say 3 years.
4.
4. Okay,
Exactly.
that was close.
That's the same distance, me and my wife. The exact same distance. It was 6 with my other wife, but it's 4.
Yeah, it's 2. It's 2 with me, but it's the other way around.
Oh wow, yeah. See, and that's on you. Then you're not in the norm. If he's 2 years, if he's 2 years younger, that's not that you're either of you are abnormal, but that's on the average. That's unusual.
Yeah.
And then Optimus. All right, there is a 20 year age difference between Optimus and his wonderful wife, who I've met. Now, he was 20 when he met her, so there was nothing weird going on. And they've been married. They're coming up on their 20th as well.
Wow!
To our house and break up our family.
Optimus.
On Friday.
Yeah, she took you right out of the football farm.
Friday morning, an agent showed up to our house saying that they had received an anonymous tip that our.
I would have loved to have been there when he was still at it, because Optimus doesn't drink. You know that?
Yeah.
You know why? Because he did something bad, and he loves his wife more than anything in the world. And she said, "I will toss you out on your muggy ass," and he quit drinking forever. And that's what he was, practically, in my opinion, a kid. Yeah, there's 13 years distance. Yeah, most of those common difference is 4.
Children were crawling around.
Right, he was freshly 20 years old.
In dog shit, eating.
And she was divorced. Hey, Optimus, since you decided to bring this up publicly, what's the age difference between you and her eldest daughter? This is funny to me.
Oh no. Well, while we're waiting on him.
Oh God! I mean, she's almost 60. He's 40. I mean, come on. 3 years.
3 years older, 3 years younger. No.
Younger. That's pretty unusual too. But they've been married 20 years, so it worked. Who gives a fuck? Freshly 40.
Yeah.
Freshly 40, everyone. Oh man. Hello. I'm not that much of a shagger now. Yeah, I know.
Dog shit and contracting.
Yeah. He doesn't have a stepfather really. Do you ever have to go in there and like, all right, girls, I got to put my foot down? And he's like, I was in high school with you. Shut the fuck up. You know?
Diseases. Not only have they called CPS on us, now they're starting to try to call in a 5150 to get me committed. It's really gone on too far, and at this point, I'm ready to.
It won't go anywhere. He shouldn't be telling anybody this.
No.
It's not
take no prisoners,
anywhere.
Take the gloves off, and call out everybody who needs to be called out. The thing is, once you target my children, then a line's been crossed that cannot be walked back. Once my kids.
So here's what you're going to do. You're going to drive yourself crazy getting revenge. When this whole thing was about exposing Hassan, which you did effectively, and now it's going to turn into Keemstar post content now. Good luck, mein Freund.
Are involved when people are targeted.
It's so weird. Like I have no sympathy for Destiny, yet I think he's going to pull it off, and I have nothing but sympathy for Ethan, and I don't think he's going to pull it off. Hope he does. I hope you wake up one day and he is kicked off of a Twitch, and he's right on YouTube doing the same fucking thing with more people. Don't waste your time trying to cancel people. You're going to cancel somebody, doing the DL, and that can be done.
Getting my children, harassing my children. There's no length that I won't go to take care of this. And I think that's something that every parent can relate to. all these people, incidentally, who are promoting this type of insanity are, in fact, childless and will likely remain that way. The CPS agent showed up and he started asking us all kinds of questions like, who feeds the kids? Who takes care of the kids? What do you do to the kids when you get angry? How do the kids sleep? Do the kids have toys? Is that what happens when you get mad? Or
put them in a wall, in a 4-roomed wall with no bed or mattress, no toys.
Happens when your kids get mad?
I own Teddy Fretch, you motherfuckers. You should cancel CPS. Yeah, good luck with that. I wish you would. I'm on. Yeah, those people, those Nazis, sure.
He walked around the house. He looked in our refrigerator.
You know what CPS is called here? Die Jugendamt. Oh God, I think it was started by the Nazis too.
Walked all around looking for dog shit, apparently, although when he showed up immediately, he said, wow, this place is clean. Our 3- and 5-year-old boys were at school. Our 8-month-old is upstairs sleeping when he visits, and he says, I need to go upstairs and look at your infant visibly to see him and confirm he's okay. Well, he's napping in his crib. He goes upstairs to look around the house, to snoop around. He investigates.
I'd have filmed that.
Sonny, our youngest, wakes him up from his nap, and even though he woke him up during his nap, he was greeted immediately, actually, by a smile, because Sonny is probably the happiest.
See, you shouldn't have put this out there, because it just shows they're getting to you, and they're gonna double down and figure out something else weird to do. I don't have any more comment on this. Drusky denies Diddy allegations after being named as defendant in lawsuits. People are sharing old video of him and Diddy as a result.
I wouldn't. Shot.
All right, this stupid commercial. The allegation is a fabricated lie. You know what Resky is, by any chance? It's a fabricated lie. I wasn't a public figure to 2018. I was broke, lived with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time. This allegation, so the inclusion of my name was truly outlandish. My heart breaks for the actual victims of the abuse, but I'm fully confident that the evidence will expose the falsehood and the individuals that are maliciously trying to game the legal system to peddle false narratives. I think that's a really great response. And he shows I wasn't, all right, the accusation 2018, I was broke and lived with my mother. It'd probably be pretty easy to prove with a tax return, too. Drusky's been on Hell's Kitchen. Was he?
He's a comedian, influencer type thing.
I think this is a really good response. I don't know if he's innocent or not, but that's a really good response. I didn't do it. I wasn't there. I was with my mom. Now what? Now it's now the burden of proof. The thing I like about this is because when you have people accuse you, and assuming you've been accused falsely, you put the burden of proof back on the accuser, and that's what this guy did right here. Prove he wasn't with his mother. Okay, we got Drewski. Well, if you didn't do it, Drewski, I hope you beat it and save your reputation. Secret Service shoots armed man outside the White House. Details are still emerging. Trump is safe. We got to do another one drama alert thing.
Oh, I need to find something. There was one drama alert one that absolutely had me cackling. The community note.
All right, don't tell anybody. We got to do a drama alert review.
Sure. Yeah, I gotta, but I am gonna post it in there. Give me a second. I need to find it again. It's absolutely had me.
Yeah, well, once we do it too, we can go. What we can do, we can here's what we do. We do the drama alert review of all the tweets. Keem has an absolute fucking meltdown, and I probably might even do it. And then we go watch lolcow, and have him scream bloody murder about me saying that I'm almost done with doing SFTP. He's like there was somebody in here. It was like a brand new account or an old an account with like a letter in it. And he's like, you said you don't leave money on the table. You could have been rich. You could have been this. You could have been that. I'm like, is that Keem? Because that sounds like him. So if it wasn't Keem and you wrote all that shit, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, that's Keemstar. You've blown it. You could have ruled the world. It's not as crushing as you might think. It's actually relieving. What's this about? Destiny responds to Asmongold calling out his controversial DJ Daniel tweet. Okay. I think this is a part of his remaking his image, if I had to guess. Let's hear that.
I don't know, but I've seen this before. I do think like comments like this, it's kind of like what I was saying before about like supporting Hamas, where it's like,
I hate civility politics so much. Can we have like a dark liberal?
Unless it's convenient, and you can go, oh, that's outrageous.
Party or something. What? Making edgy jokes is the same as supporting actual terrorists? That's not a take I expected to hear from fucking Asmongold.
Is that what he said?
Seen this before. I do think like comments like this, it's kind of like what I was saying before about like supporting Hamas, where it's like,
so I never get to hear what Asmongold was saying. So, all right. And then so he gets to put the words in his mouth. Okay, I get it now.
I hate civility politics so much. Can we have like a dark liberal party or something? What? Making edgy...
Yeah, and I think that's what he's doing. He's reworking himself. I had a tweet get a few likes because when he made fun of that kid... Here, I'll put it on here. Let's see, where am I now? Here, I'll show you. It's got a little traction as far as like, you know, my standards are concerned. He wrote, it's difficult to know how rabid Trump support comes from his parents indoctrinating him or by the abscess in his brain, the cancer left behind. And he's showing the kid that Trump supported because I guess he was
honorary Secret Service.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, the kid was, from what I understand, he was being bullied.
Yeah. I don't really care about all the details. I'm not interested in fucking virtue signaling or fucking crying. Oh, dare Destiny do all that? It just doesn't interest me. You can do that if you want. That's not for me. But I see this as a little different. I see this as strategic. You know, it's just bait. It's bait and pandering. He's baiting the outrage so he can take that outrage and show the people that already fucking hate that kid, already hate Republicans, already hate Trump, that he's standing up to them in a way. So I think you're going to see a darker version, dark liberal. That's what he's doing. And he's building it right now. And he did it with Rittenhouse when he started to move a little to the center to differentiate himself. Now he's going to differentiate himself moving farther left. That's it. We're just being crazy or nasty. I hate civility in politics. Yeah, I mean, how many... I wonder if they can find anything where he was outraged over somebody's lack of civility. Oh, I know. Steven Crowder. Isn't that the excuse that he used when he was cheering that fireman? Well, Steven Crowder does it too, or this conservative does it too, or that does it too. Yeah, so, I mean, it's an act.
The thing is that you can't make comments like this and then make appeals to decency, right?
When the fuck have I ever?
Plenty of times. Plenty of times. You have pointed out your political enemies and said they're not decent. How could people do this? This is unhinged. This is terrible. Go give me a fucking break. And you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to tell the people that are like absolutely breathless about the Pixie thing. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what they think. And if they like this new branding of like, we're the dark liberals, they'll go for it.
Made an appeal to decency. Right now, I'm trying to just appeal to democracy. I don't care if we're indecent. Can we just at least follow the fucking law? Does he know who he's talking about? What the fuck? Why would you accuse me of making appeals to decency? What?
Yeah, and then we're going to remake my old image. I was always a piece of shit. I'm the guy that fucking sent the revenge porn in. You know what? It's probably going to work, folks. It's probably going to work. It's probably going to work. You know, I still get messages on this thing for some of the things I said about Sidney Crosby 10 years ago, right? And the Canadians won the NHL event. And they said this aged like milk. I think a lot of these people are making videos in a few years. They're going to be getting those same messages. Same messages. Because this is going to be long forgotten one day.
Grace, it's over, you fat cow. I know you want to pick a fight with me. You think that'll make you more money. I could be passed out on stream and make. I don't want to do that, by the way. I'm just telling you the history of the record.
No, I'm not back on the sauce. I love Ralph. He's so funny.
I have done more in this.
Oh, here's another fucking guy that was supposed to be canceled 16,000 times. He's done some of the most heinous shit I've ever seen.
Business than you could ever dream
The
of.
Ralph Mail himself.
You could live 3
And he never appealed. Unlike Destiny, he never appealed to Destiny. He had never appealed to decency, ever. I've never heard Ralph say something like, "Oh, that's just terrible. You've gone too far." I've never seen him say that. At least he's consistent. Oh man, you dodged a bullet, huh? Off topic. You may want to check out Turkey Tom's latest tweet. What's that? Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom. I don't even know his thing anymore. Does he even follow me anymore?
A non-bird. It's a non-bird with
A-N-O-N?
Hey.
Oh, there he is.
Yes, there he is.
Yeah, we do follow each other, so. I've been diagnosed with cancer. I don't think he's joking around. He's just joking, right?
I don't think so. He's flexing in the mirror.
Is he pulling a Is he pulling a what do you call it? Who did that? What comedian did that? When he actually got cancer, he's like, "I got cancer." There was the guy used to do this show with Stern. Girl with Godfrey. He's like, "Yes, everybody, I got cancer," and he did. He did. He died too.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think he's messing. It's not funny if he's doing it. I don't think he should do it. It scares the shit out of everybody. And if he did, Godspeed, Tommy. He hasn't been around lately, right?
I mean, he's still doing stuff on his main channel.
Recently,
so
I haven't got any notifications. I get notifications from him all the time. And I don't think I've got one in a minute.
He just posted one a day ago on Pamper Chew.
You know, I'm just gonna write him. I haven't written him since August of 2023 on Twitter. But everybody else is like probably asking that shit too, and I'm not doing it. I really hope that's not true. That would be real tragedy. It makes me sad, actually. You think he's fucking around? It's kind of out of, you know, what concerns me is it's like out of nowhere. That's not really his line of comedy, you know?
Yeah. And I don't. It's a 50-50 because it could be his way of coping with it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. God, I hope I'm wrong. I happily be a dope. Bosco, on the air. You're on the air, sir. Bosco.
Hey, Tommy,
what's up, man? What's good?
I just want to add my 2 cents to that fucking whole like Turk Tom situation. Him fucking saying he has cancer and all that, man. That's fucking. You know what I mean? As someone whose family is very heavily affected by cancer, you better not be fucking joking.
You know, here's another thing. I just thought of something. He saw the fucking if he saw the Boogie stuff over the summer.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
why would he do that? Maybe Genie's right. Maybe he's not kidding. And this is
like, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, cancer's fucking serious, bro. Like, it's not.
Yeah, I know. Don't fucking virtue signal. I don't want to fucking hear it anymore.
I'm not fucking virtue signaling.
Yes, you are. I know. Everybody's been affected by cancer. Everybody. Your family, my family, everybody. Genie, your family too?
What?
Cancer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, if we're playing this game, how many members of your family have died?
Oh, jeez, we're not playing this game. That's not the point, Bosco. The point is you can't sit there and say, "Oh, I can't hear it because of mine." Everybody's been affected by it. And if you want to get in a fucking dick measuring contest, do it with somebody else.
Bro, I'm not fucking saying I was doing it with you like that. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying it's a general fucking response.
No, I agree with you. If that's not funny. I just said before, that's not funny. But
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I'm
I
thinking
didn't
now.
catch that.
See, I'm like, here's the thing. I've known that kid since he was 15 years old, and I'm trying to rationalize this thing in my head, and like, I don't think he would do that. I don't think he would think that's funny, and I know how much he cares about his social media. So if he was joking around, that could not have anything other but a bad result.
Yeah, exactly. And I hope he is all right, like in the end, because like that shit's fucked.
It's beyond bad.
Oh man, it's fucking worse, man. If I found out, like,
Should I
see,
write
my
him?
family's been very heavily affected
No, I'm
with
thinking
cancer.
about
That's why
it.
I haven't been around for a while. But yeah, if I got cancer, I'd straight up heroin, get a big yolk heroin, kill myself that way.
Because you're Irish, so they love their heroin over there. I know. Do you know my Irish buddy did time over heroin? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Sure, like fucking my ma's best friend, fucking, she knew fucking one of her ex fellas was like a heroin dealer, and fucking. Now I'm paraphrasing and fucking kind of making the story a bit fucking mad because you can look it up very easily. But what happened was fucking he was over and he was messing around with a pelican and the guards were after him. So it turned into a hostage situation.
Yeah. My buddy.
But like the whole thing was just like there was a sniper going around, and one of the snipers fucking knew the fella and was fucking doing Morse code shit, taking the piss.
Yeah, my buddy was there when a murder happened. And it was over heroin.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, he did 8 years. In fact, he lives in
Oh,
Dublin.
yeah, my brother was
In fact, he
around
lives
when
in
the fella got his neck
Dublin.
cut off.
No, he lives in Dublin, actually. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Drugs are fun.
Yeah, he did a lot of adventure.
Don't worry, it was beautiful as
What's
well.
CJ? What's this? This is my buddy combination. Well, I'm of Irish descent, and he's actually old. I'm a plastic patty. He's a real one, and there tends to be a lot of in common still, even with all that distance. Everybody has drunks and drug addicts in their fucking peripheral.
It's like as Americanized as you can get, you can't really get rid of the fucking scumbag in this.
No, I'm a pretty big scumbag. You can't wash it away. There's nothing you can do. You can even those Irishmen that go to church all the time are fucking good and shit. Everybody knows.
Oh sure, my granddad was going to church every week, and then he'd fucking raid every young one he'd see. Like,
we had a Siamese cat when my grandmother was dying, right? And she's dying upstairs, and my Father Crowley came over, and he was from the old country, and you know what Siamese cats, they meow a lot, they have very shrill meow, but they don't do it they don't do it to be mean. It's just how they interact. It's usually a friendly thing, you know. So she goes up. She goes to Father Crowley. She goes like that, and he goes, "Get that chinky cat away from me." Like, Jesus Christ.
This is one of our priests.
He can't wait. He's a fucking he was a great priest, by the way, but he can't get that scumbag out of him. I know exactly what you mean.
No, exactly. Like, I'm just saying, like, if he was one of our fucking priests over here, like, he would have booed it.
Yeah. All right. I don't think Tom's doing it. I really hope Tom's not doing it. I'm actually really worried. I'll be perfectly honest with you, and I want to get off the air. So
fucking leave it to it, bro. Fucking see you.
All right, brother. It's good hearing from you, man. Thanks for calling back.
Yeah, it's good hearing from you too, man. Right?
All right.
See you now.
Bye bye. Why would he joke like that? There'd be the biggest.
I don't know. I mean, the comments are kind of split on it as well, because I've just been looking at.
Yeah, but I mean, he like I look. Here's the thing that scares the shit out of me. Tom, since he started making real money, he's super careful now. He's not the careless kid that he once was. He's a. The last pic has him bald. Yeah, but that looked altered. Would he really do that? Yeah, the other pictures has him bald. Also, fake ass mustache. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. Maybe I should write Nick. I think I will. He had to be drunk.
He's not the type. And Nicholas, you have to do.
That's right.
NICH because he's got.
Yeah, I'll just. Yeah, it's not a good way to. I mean, I'm not gonna like come back on here and get breathless if it's a joke. It's just gonna say it's a bad joke and leave it at that. But
yeah, no pro button here.
But it's just like Bosco made me want to roll my eyes a little bit with the way he said it. But here's the thing: the way Bosco reacted, and it's to me, it's just like,
Yeah.
You know what I should have said? So how many of you? And he said 15. I would have said 16. That's what I should have said. 16 people. Like, beat that bitch, you know. But in fairness to him, that's the way people are going to see it.
Yeah.
You know,
especially if it's something that's happened recently.
Here's the thing. Tom's not. Trust me, Turkey Tom is just another.
2988 donated $5. Trust me, Turkey Tom is just another YouTube's comeback. Fuck these cancer fakers.
Thanks, Boogie. That was a good one. You win the day.
First Boogie W in a long time.
Oh, God. I'm going to save that one.
I can get it for you if you want.
I got it. Oh, yeah. Get it to me later. Yeah, get it to me later. Oh, so fucking stupid. All right, no more calls. I'm calling again. Y'all want to watch some crap? Let's see. Stage, voice channel. We got to give you members some shit. Put that after show up.
Yeah. There's a new Iwu body cam that is apparently... The Iwu one is safe, and it's 16 minutes. But there's an uncensored one.
What's the Iwu body
which is
cam? What's that mean?
Like Mr. Pancake. Mr. Pancake was on Iwu body cam.
Oh, there's a new one? Maybe we should save it for a regular show. Might as well do that. We're really bored.
Well, this one isn't a funny one, though. I think this is a...
What's a sad one?
I don't think it's the level of the kid we saw, but it says simple trespass incident takes a horrifying turn, and there's 2 videos. It was just in the news stories because I
don't want to be sad.
Was just looking around.
I don't want to be sad.
Okay, don't be sad.
I don't want to be sad. Let's try to take Let's make fun of Dr. Grande. What about is there new? I just want to do a simple. What you call it? I just want to do a simple. Let me think.
Come on, Grandpa.
Yeah, I can't think. It's just the simple one, the simple stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy that talks like fucking.
Oh, criminally listed?
Yeah,
That's what you want?
Yeah, that's what I want. Criminally listed. All right.
Well, he hasn't really. He's done a new thing that was 2 days ago, but it's members only right now. So we have to wait until it goes live.
I remember. I think I'm a member.
You remember it to him?
I think I remember.
Okay, because it's 3 creepy unsolved cases of missing head.
That sounds way up my alley. That won't make me sad. It'll make me laugh. I think I still have them. If I don't, I'll order it. I think I've been a member for a while.
It says join for you. So you may have canceled it because I know you did it once. So.
Oh, it's only $2. Oh, renewing.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, yeah, I'll fucking do it. We'll do it now. If you want to see a criminally listed video before it comes out, jump in there.
Yeah, it's from 2 days ago, and it's 26 minutes. 20
trying to
seconds,
claim
so.
that, Bucko.
Yeah, there you go.
Missing hell. That poor girl's a fat girl too. That's the only way. The only place we can do these videos.
The after show.
The only place we can do these videos is the after show. Because if I ever did any of these, I would be banned or canceled immediately. You know.
Yeah.
The only thing Keem lost is G Fuel. Yeah. What is it? Oh wow, it's really far back. Hey, thanks for everything. I'll see you guys
Patreons.
I didn't read them. Oh, I just had them. Okay.
No.
Oh, I did. Oatbag, Mexan, B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Little Manly, Nesquik, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Bun, Taylor D, Tommy C. Scott, Trippy Savage, Winter Gaming, Jeannie, Picklington, and thank you for all your support. I hope you keep it up. Appreciate it. Help me during the transition here. I would appreciate it. So right now I'm just like trying to get another job before I quit my other job. Appreciate it. And I would still do this in my free time. Not a damn thing. I don't have a hoot in hell. What happened there? It just goes off. And we had this problem once before.
Mm-hmm.
So, see y'all later. Peace.